Alright, ooh, I got a fish. Pulling hard too. What is it? Under a Bobber Fishing. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. And today I'm going to be fishing with some Gulp Alive minnows. And maybe the bigger, just Gulp minnows. I don't know why that one doesn't have the word alive on there. But neither of them are alive. But I use the smaller ones the most. It says they're 1 inch long. If you measure them, they're actually a little longer than that. But I use those the most. And I've caught everything from bluegill to largemouth bass to catfish, including a channel catfish that was over 2 feet long. So, you don't need to use the bigger ones. Obviously, the bigger ones will target larger fish, and it also will keep sometimes the smaller ones from going after it if it's too big for them. So there's a reason to have the bigger ones. But really, the purpose of this video today is to talk about using these baits specifically for beginners. And there are lots of reasons to do it. Number one, you don't have to deal with live bait, so you don't have to buy live bait or store live bait or bring it out to a pond in the middle of the summer when it's super hot and have to bring it in a some cooler or something to keep the worms alive or the minnows alive. So that's kind of a nice thing. And so they're easy to use and transport and all that. The other thing is that they just work. I mean, they super work. And they stay on the line. That's the other thing. You put it on your hook, and as long as you hooked it, even just one time through the center of the body there, you might catch a dozen or more fish before you find that bait is either no longer usable or that it's come off the hook. So they really last a long time, very cost effective. And so if you're bringing a beginner out, whether they're a child or not, it doesn't really matter. Beginners want to catch fish, and these baits catch fish, and you spend less time baiting your hook. You put it on there and throw it out there. I do it under a bobber, just on a hook, but you can do it differently if you'd like. If I want to sort of target larger fish, I might put it on a jig head, but I get a lot of bites just wacky rigging these Gulp minnows on a hook, no jig head. So I'm going to head out over to the water now, and I'll show you what I do when I set it up. All right, I'm at the water's edge. This is a pond in Westerville, Ohio that I fish at a lot. And I'm going to throw this Gulp Alive minnow on the end of this hook here. And I'm just going to put it through one time. And I consider this to be wacky rigged, like you might wacky rig a worm, if you're not familiar with that. Basically, you take a Senko or another worm sort of or stick bait, and you just hook it right through the middle and you let it dangle, and you give it a little action when it's out in the water, and it attracts bass. So this, well, and other fish too. This Gulp Alive minnow will catch a lot of bluegill in this pond. There are also pumpkin seed sunfish in this pond, yellow bullhead catfish, and largemouth bass. And I've caught all of those fish on this exact bait and this exact setup. And it is great for beginners. It's just going to be under a bobber. I don't have it set terribly deep to start out with. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and sunny, so I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'm going to throw it in and we're going to find out. All right, I got a fish. Gulp Alive minnow, wacky rigged. What do we get? Bluegill. You're okay, buddy. There he is. Nice bluegill. Really went after that Gulp Alive minnow. Thank you, buddy. Alright, I got fish. Just a little guy. But that shows you that beginner fisher person, even if you go to a pond that has pretty small fish, they'll still go after those smaller Gulp Alive minnows. They really will. And he just attacked it. Thank you, buddy. Alright, got another fish. Either a good fighter or he's a little bigger. Let's see. Oh, he's bigger. That's a pretty darn good bluegill. Alright. He's so big, I would have expected he would have fought a little better than that, actually. No offense there, buddy. But man, that's a nice bluegill. Look at that guy. Right in the mouth, like we like to see. Alright, thank you, buddy. Alright, I got another one. Oh, jumped out of the water for us. Oh, it's a pumpkin seed. Nice. It's always nice to get more than one species. Oh, nope. Alright, there's the pumpkin seed. You can see a little bit of orange behind the ear flap. And then they just look different. The blue around the mouth almost looks like lightning, kind of. So, he's just hooked right in the mouth there. And he's a good size. And it does seem that the pumpkin seed sunfish take it a little harder than the bluegills. I'm not sure if that's my imagination or it seems like it. All right, thank you, buddy. Wow, excellent. That is a nice looking bluegill. Man, oh man. Get him upside down. You're on the show upside down, buddy. But that's all right. Where are you? There you are. You're not even hooked. That almost got off. Thank you, buddy. All right, I got another one. Very next cast. And it was within a second after it hit the water. And can't be said enough. These Gulp Alive minnows, wacky rigged like that. And I explained what the wacky rigging is at the beginning of the video. So, dude, I'm trying to help you. And they slam it. When they're hungry and feeding, they will slam that Gulp Alive minnow. Excellent for beginner fishermen for sure, and anybody who just wants to catch just a huge amount of fish. That's a great looking bluegill. Thank you, buddy. All right, I got a fish on the larger Gulp minnow. Let's see what he is. Yeah, he's okay. I mean, he's a big one, but this is a good test, but I think that it got a lot of bites from fish that couldn't quite handle that size. I missed a lot. So I'm going to go back to the smaller one. But congrats to you, buddy. You're a tough guy. Thank you, buddy. Ooh, good fighter. Really good fighter. Oh, that's a nice blue. Oh, is that a bluegill? Yep. That's nice. Okay. That's as big as that one that I foul hooked, but actually maybe not quite. It's pretty darn big though. That's a nice one. Right in the mouth. There you go, buddy. He was eager to go. Let's see what we have here. Another super nice bluegill. It's not a monster, but he's really good. He's thick, solid. And there he is. Thank you, buddy. All right. Oh, I got a fish. Pulling hard, too. What is it? Huh. Just a nice bluegill. Alright, there he is upside down. You're another one who made the show upside down. There he is. Thank you, buddy. I got another one. There he is again on the Gulp Alive minnow. Really hard to go wrong with these, especially if you're a beginner fisherman or fisherwoman or fisher girl or fisher boy or whatever, fisher person, but not Fisher Price. That's a toy maker. All right, thank you, buddy. This is Steve from Under a Bobber Fishing. I'm gonna throw one more out there. This one has bait on it that I haven't thrown all day, and it's just a Gulp earthworm. And the reason I'm doing that is just because I actually lost more Gulp Alive minnows today than I ever have before. And I think the reason is that it was a brand new jar and they're super moist still. And I think when they're like that, at least if I'm just kind of going by what happened today, it seems like that's easier for the bait to come off the hook. You know, usually with the fish that's when it's biting it. So I decided I lost enough of those for one day, so this is kind of me amending my statement at the beginning that they last long on the hook. I guess they don't necessarily. What I just did to combat it, they come in a little jar with liquid in it, and my other ones that I had been using for months, the liquid had leaked out, and that's actually a little bit of a problem with these jars. You can close it as tight as you want, and it still leaks out. So I've had to put them in like Ziploc bags, but then all the liquid leaks into the bag, and it's not like I'm going to pour that liquid back into the jar. And they stay okay. They stay pretty fresh if you close the jar. So it doesn't have to have that liquid in there. So I just took all the liquid out of my new jar, and I'm hoping that they won't dry up, but they won't be as slippery and wet as this one was just now. This jar was just now. So I think that that's the reason why I lost so many. I mean, who knows? But anyway, I just had a bite on the Gulp earthworm, but they took the bait. So that's going to be it for me. I've been here for about 2.5 hours today, and I've caught a truckload of fish, and I really did what I wanted to do, which was to show that Gulp Alive minnows are excellent, especially if you're a beginner fisher person. I recommend them highly. Put them on the bait, put them under a bobber, throw them out there. You can let them sit if you want. You can twitch it a little bit. Probably a little better to give it a little twitch every now and then. And they catch a boatload of fish. I mean, they really, really do. Anyway, this is Under a Bobber Fishing. Until next time, bye.